Hello, welcome to our unique learning system, Language Arts Lesson. My name is Charlotte Lucas. I am an autism low incidence mentor teacher with Richmond Public Schools. I provide supports to our classroom teachers for our students across all contents. And I'm so happy to be able to work with you today. Our lesson today is centered around the book titled Light and Sound. We will do vocabulary, a picture walk, read the story, pick out story elements, then summarize and answer questions. We have a lot to do, so let's get started. The name of our book is Light and Sound. The author of the story is always important, and we always want to make sure that we say our author's name, but I'm not able to pronounce this. That's a real bummer. But we have a feature in Unique that allows the program to read it for you. So listen closely for the author of the story. Excellent. That's the title and the author of the story. Those are two important things that we need to know. The first thing that we want to do is some vocabulary. So with Unique, we have this wonderful communication board. I'm going to use the communication board to do our vocabulary. And the wonderful thing about this is the words are there, but the system also allows you to hear how the word is pronounced. So the first vocabulary word I'd like to work with is energy. Energy is the power to do something. Another one of our sight words, vocabulary words today will be light. Light is energy that allows us to see. The next vocabulary word I want to work with is vibration. Now, vibration, I thought I would give you a little example. Do you see these strings stretched across this box? These are rubber bands. And when I pluck the rubber band, it makes a sound, but it also has a particular movement. Watch. That movement is called vibrations. That's a very important part of our book today. The type of light that you are familiar with, of course, is the sun. And you can also get light from a flashlight. My favorite is, they're saying firefly, but I call that a lightning bug. And I love catching lightning bugs. Go outside at night, catch a lightning bug. They are fabulous. Also, we can get light from a candle. All right, I think that's enough vocabulary. Why don't we go ahead on now and do a picture walk of our book. The name of our book is Light and Sound, and the picture walk is designed so that you can look at the book and you will be able to get an idea of what the book is about. A couple of things that we want to look for when we're looking at the book is we want to kind of get an idea of what type of book is it. So there are two types of books that we work with. We work with fiction and nonfiction books. Now, a fiction book is not necessarily real. In the story, animals may talk. There's a beginning, middle, and end with characters and setting, and there's a problem and a solution. Those stories are called fiction. Now, a nonfiction book is a book that is real. All of the information in it is a fact. They are facts that you can learn. They're facts that you can read. They have photos, they have charts, they have a table of contents sometimes. But a nonfiction book is designed to give you information, and the information is real and true. So when we're reading this book today, we want to see if we can tell what type of book is it. Is it a fiction book, which is a story made up, not true, but fun, with a problem and a solution? Or is it a nonfiction book where we're getting information that are facts and are real facts? All right, we'll do our picture walk. Here we have a picture. This word we learned in our vocabulary, and that word is energy. I'm sorry, that picture is a picture of the word energy. And the types of energy that we're going to be looking at is sound and light. Also, we see the sun. The sun is giving light to the whole earth. We have a candle, a light, a flashlight, and my favorite, a lightning bug, firefly. Also, we see that we can have light from floodlights or a lamp that is in your room, in your home. Next, we see that we have a representation of light and how light moves. Also, we see that these things, these are pictures of things that make sounds. Like if you clap your hands, you make sounds. See those lines? Those indicate that sound is being made. And look at this, honking the horn. And you see the lines mean that there is sound. And this means that there is music. This are sirens that are usually on top of a police car or an ambulance. And here, one young lady is whispering to the other. Two different kinds of sounds. And then we see this rubber band. The rubber band is making a sound. Do you remember the vibrations that we made when we were doing vocabulary? The rubber band is making sounds. And we have sound travels to our ears so we can hear. The young lady here now is thinking about what we've learned today. She's thinking about light and she's thinking about sound. All right, now that we've done our picture walk, let's see what kinds of questions there might be at the end of the story. If we look at the questions in advance, it will help us to answer the questions at the end because we will pay special attention to those questions. So let's look at what types of questions will be asked. We will be asked to know what is the power to do something. What do we call something that is power to do something? Something and sound are types of energy. So we're going to look for something else, the two things that are types of energy. Light moves in. What does light move in? We'll be looking for that as we read. Also, a blank is anything we hear. A blank. We have to listen very carefully as we read to figure out what the author wants us to know. A blank is something we hear. And number 5, sounds are caused by. What are sounds caused by? That's what we're going to be looking for as we read. And then the last thing that we want to be looking for is the main idea. As we read the story, we want to make sure that we keep in mind, what is this story mostly about? What is the story mostly about? That will be our main idea. Let's keep that in mind as we read. All right, let's move on. Let's read the story. The title of the story is Light and Sound. Energy is the power to do something. Energy can be found everywhere. Light and sound are types of energy. The light from a lamp is energy. The sounds from a radio are energy. Light is energy that allows us to see. We can get light from many things. The sun gives off light. A flashlight or candle gives off light. A firefly gives off light too. Light can look bright. A spotlight shining on a stage can look bright. Light can look dim. The light from a small lamp in a room can look dim. Light moves in waves. And there's that representation, waves. Light waves move very fast. We can see light waves, but we cannot see all light waves. Sounds are all around us. A sound is anything we hear. Clapping your hand makes a sound. A car horn makes a sound. Playing a musical instrument makes a sound. Sounds can be loud or quiet. A siren on a police car makes a loud sound. You make a quiet sound when you whisper. Sounds are caused by vibrations. Vibrations happen when something moves. It moves back and forth very fast. When you pluck a rubber band, it makes vibrations. The vibrations move in waves. Sound waves move into our ears. Then we can hear the sound. People cannot hear every sound around them. Some sounds are too quiet, low, or high. Light and sound are all around us. They are types of energy. Light and sound both move in waves. What else do you know about light? What else do you know about sound? All right, that's the whole book. Let's see if we can make a distinction now. What kind of book do you think this is? Is this a book of fiction where the information that you're reading is not real? Is this a book of nonfiction where all of the information that you're getting is real and it's a fact? We're talking about fact. Which one do you think it is? Fiction, not real. Nonfiction, real. I think I'm going to go with nonfiction. How about you? I think that's the best way to categorize this story. All right, let's do some questions. We're going to move back to the first question, question number 1. And let's see, blank is the power to do something. If we click into the box, we'll be able to see what our options are. What are the possible answers? Sound, energy, light, waves, vibrations. Blank is the power to do something. Now, when we put the correct answer in, the box will be green. If we do not put the correct answer in, the box will be red. Let's try light is the power to do something. I'm going to try that first. Let's try light is the power to do something. Oh my, that's the wrong answer. Let's get rid of that and try it again. All right, blank is the power to do something. Energy is the power to do something. That is correct. The light is green. Number 2, blank and sound are types of energy. Blank and sound. Let's see, sound, energy, light, waves, vibration. Blank and sound. Well, we see sound. We've been talking about it all day. It must be light. Correct answer. Very nice. Light and sounds are types of energy. Number 3, light moves in. What are the possible answers? Sound, energy, waves, vibration. Light moves in vibrations. Light moves in waves. I wonder which one is the correct answer. Well, we could go back to the book and we could try to find that answer because that one seems a little tricky. Let's see if we can go backwards and find the answer. I'm reading really quickly. Let's see, because we remember the picture of the light, the representation of the light. This is probably where the answer is. Light moves in waves. Light waves move very fast. Here it says light moves in waves. Let's see if we can find our question again. Light moves in waves. Correct. We got that one right also. Let's go to our next question. A blank is anything we hear. A blank is anything we hear. What are our options? Sound, energy, light, waves, vibrations. A blank is anything we hear. Do we need to go back to the book for that? Let's give it a try. If we move forward, Ah, I had to do a lot of searching that time, but I think we found it. Sounds are all around us. A sound is anything we hear. A sound is anything we hear. Let's see if we can apply that to our question. A blank is anything we hear. A sound is anything we hear. Excellent. Number 5, sounds are caused by, what are our options? Let's see. Sounds are caused by energy, by light, by waves, by vibrations. I think I know the right answer, but I'm going to go back and look in the text just to make sure. Let's see. Let's read this. Sounds are caused by vibrations. Does that help us to answer the question? Let's look back at the question. Sounds are caused by vibrations. All right. Sounds are caused by vibrations. Excellent. We got all of the questions right. Now, we have to decide what is the main idea in the story. What are the possibilities first? I want to make this picture a little larger so that we can all see it. With this program, you're able to make the picture larger. You're able to move it around a bit. Now let's click in and see what are our options. What is the most important idea in the text? The most important idea. As we were reading, what did we hear about the most? What was the big idea? A car horn gives off light. A car horn gives off light. Well, that question says a car horn gives off light. We know a car horn does not give off light. A car horn makes noise. That couldn't be right no matter how hard we try. Okay, let's try the next one. Light and sound are all around us. Well, that's a good idea. We picked the wrong one. People can only hear quiet sounds. Let's get rid of that because that's not right. And let's try again. What is the most important idea in the text? Light and sound are all around us. All right. Well, we've done a lot of things. We have found out that this story is a story of nonfiction. All of the ideas are correct and true. We have found out that the main idea in this story is light and sound are all around us. We learned a very nice new vocabulary word today, vibrations. But let's see if there's something else we can do. As we were reading the text, we learned about the communication board. The communication board has pictures that represent the words, and when we touch the picture, it gives us the word. It will say the word for us. But we can do something else with this communication board. I think we will be able to make sentences. This board is divided into 3 sections. The first section are for verbs. The blue section is for adjectives. And this section here, this is for nouns. When we write sentences, we must have a noun and we must have a verb. These types of the sentences that we could make from this, let's see how far we can get. We can say that we could make a sentence, energy is power. Let's see. Energy is power. Well, we have energy, which would be our what? Our noun. But we don't have a verb that matches because these verbs, see, give, look, shine, these are action verbs. Right now, we need a different kind of verb. We need a helping verb because verbs have different categories. Here, this type of verb that we need is a helping verb. So we could write a sentence using the words that are here saying energy is power. All right. What do we need with that sentence? I think we certainly do need a punctuation at the end. I think we can use a period. I think that'll be just fine. And there is our period. Energy is power. Can we write another sentence? Let's see. How about a spotlight? Our noun is spotlight is, let's see, bright. The spotlight is bright. Again, we get to use a helping verb. We have our noun, we have our verb. Those are the very most important parts of a sentence. So we're going to say a spotlight is bright. A spotlight is bright. Our sentence starts with a capital letter. What do we need at the end? We need some punctuation. This time, because I'm really trying to make a point, I'm going to say a spotlight is bright, exclamation point. Energy is power, a spotlight is bright. We have two types of sentences, but every sentence has to have a noun and a verb. And there are different types of verbs. We have helping verbs and we have action verbs. Let's use an action verb this time. We've used two helping verbs. Let's make another sentence. And I think I'm going to have to get rid of one and to create the next one. All right, let's use the sun. Well, the sun can shine during the day. That's a complicated sentence. The sun can shine during the day, or the sun does shine during the day. So we've got, but that's a little complicated, but it'll serve the purpose. The sun does shine during the day. All right, the sun does shine during the day. This time we used an action verb, shine. The noun is the sun. The action verb is shine. And we do need some punctuation. The sun does shine during the day. I think I want to turn this into a question. I think I want to turn this into a question because we haven't used a question mark. How about this? How about does the sun? A misspelling. Let's fix it. We're doing some editing. Does the sun shine during the day? I want it to be a question. Does the sun shine during the day? There it is. I have the correct punctuation. Does the sun shine during the day? We have a capitalization, we have a verb, and we have correct punctuation. That's how we can create sentences using our communication board. But remember, sometimes we have verbs, we just have to sometimes add a few extra. Well, we have learned a lot today. We've learned about the two types of energy. We've had some vocabularies. We talked about vibrations, and that was our main vocabulary word today. The one thing that we learned about, which was my favorite, is that fireflies, I call them birds that shine at, those little bugs that shine at night, and you can go outside and get them anytime. So girls, guys and girls, thanks for hanging out with me today. I look forward to working with you again. Bye now.